So here we are in the British Novice on the Saturday. Now I was quite nervous about this, and I wasn't really sure how Angus was going to perform because our last show he was a bit shaky, but he was forward and he was too forward, and that was the problem. And now, as you can see, he's gone completely the opposite way. So he did a nice pirouette there, but managed to go over the jump, and then we came round here, and I react to this. I end up kind of trying to override a bit, and we get nicely over this fence, but then we just don't. He just doesn't give us a chance. By the time we get 2 strides, 3 strides away from this one, he just says absolutely not. And unfortunately, that's an elimination. But then on the Sunday, we did two classes, and I did a lot of work with him that evening, and made him more tired. Basically, he was a bit overfed and underworked, I think, because I didn't want him to run out of steam, and I think that probably was most of the issue. But in the British Novice here, you can see he's a bit more settled. He's been in the ring now, so he knows what it looks like, and he is 10 times better. We are still too forward, and partly that's me just wanting to push him forward and not give him the opportunity. But also, I think when he's a bit kind of eyes on stalks and everything, because he's not seen anywhere like this. He just naturally goes a bit too forward, and his canter opens up too much, and it just makes everything come up a bit too quick. And you do see it a couple of times on the course where it just looks like we get either a bit too close or a bit far off. But I'm happy because he's going forward. Now, fast forward to... there you go. In fact, we come into that double there, and as you can see, I'm a bit off it, but I just want him to go forward. And then this is a bit of a long one. And that's definitely, my nerves getting the better of me, and just me wanting him to go round. And actually, he has one down here, and I can't remember which one it is. It's anyway, he actually came 8th with 4 faults. So if we hadn't have had one down, he potentially could have done quite well. But we're over whatever it was that he struggled with in the first class, which was the day before. And then what's really nice is by the time we get to the 3rd class, which is also on the second day, he's a lot more settled. Now, he's disunited here, and I didn't correct the canter lead because that's heading towards the exit, and he was quite nappy, especially going in. He cleared the waiting area for the ring, so I thought, I'm not giving you a chance to change your canter lead there, but I do it later on in the course. And this is, I think, for me, one of the nicest rounds we've ever had, because the edge had been taken off. I could really slow down and actually focus and ride him nicely and smoothly, and not worry about whether he was going to go, whether he was going to spook, etc. So you can see there's some really, really nice jumps here. It's not perfect, but then this is probably the first time we've actually really been able to, focus on riding nicely around a course, because every other time it's been, is he going to stop? Is he going to spook? And so this is, actually quite a nice round. I'm actually quite proud of this, especially after how he'd been for the last couple of days. And it's made me realise I'm feeding him too much. I'm not working him enough because I'm too worried about him being tired, but I do need him to be tired. But the good thing is, every time we've gone out, he's got better. Now, all we need to do is go to another show and just prove that my theory about him being a bit overfed and underworked actually applies and is true, and then we can actually start to ride around courses with the aim of doing well, rather than just to get through the start and through the finish. But overall, I have to say I'm quite pleased with this weekend. It was very stressful and very busy, and I'm really grateful for everyone that helped me. I know I probably was a bit stressful and probably stressed everyone out just as much, but it was really successful in the end, so really happy.